Asia Uncut, brought to you by Electronic Arts and Crown Relocations. Brian McKnight is a Grammy-nominated American singer-songwriter who has earned himself a spot in contemporary music by selling more than 20 million albums worldwide. This is Brian McKnight at the Mosaic Music Festival in Singapore.
All right, man, once again, you know, you're the man, you're the brother, the soul. How does it feel knowing at the back of your head that there are people all around the world, in different parts of Asia, different parts of the world, making love to you?
It's mind-boggling that on the other side of the world that they're listening and they understand and they're using it the way it was supposed to be used. So I take all the emphasis off of me. It's about the songs, man. If they never remember me, Brian McKnight, fine. But if they know Back at One, or they know Anytime, or they know any of these tunes, and I've done my job.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Are there any secrets behind that luscious voice of yours?
I think, well, if you're born into my family, you get it naturally. But again, it's about work. Any gift uncultivated is a wasted gift, and you don't want to have a wasted gift. So I don't have to work at it like I used to, but I try to keep it in shape as much as I can. And actually staying in shape, as I see you understand, is important.
I told some of my brothers that I was going to interview you today, and the first thing they said to tell you is, thank you for saving their marriage.
Oh, wow.
You know? I've at least had two brothers who actually sat down and listened the song back to one. You know, I mean, how does it feel, you know, to have written something like that?
It seems simple, and that's one of the fastest songs I've ever written. It took like 5 minutes to write. And I was looking at a manual for, like, the DVD player. And when there's a problem when you're installing, there's always a troubleshooting page. And it says, if there's a problem, do step 1 and step 2. If the problem persists, then you do step 3, then repeat steps 1, 2, and 3. Right. And I said, you know what, that would be an interesting way to write a song. And then and then sometimes that's the way it works. The biggest hit was the one that came just like that.
Nice. I've been married for 10 years. I'm at step 4 right now. So let me ask you, do you actually have to be in love, to know love, to feel love, to be able to write about love?
I think you have to understand what it feels like to lose it. And the only way you know how to lose it is if you've had it.
Right.
I think you can write about it. One Last Cry I was 19. I didn't know any idea. I had no idea what that was about. But if you listen to Back at One and Anytime, both those two records were a turning point for me from being young to being a man, because then I'd actually been through some things.
Right. I wish I could come up with things like that.
You can. Anybody can do it.
I mean, you've been to Asia before. This is not your first time in Asia. Through Brian McKnight's eyes, tell us about Asia.
To come to a place where culture and history and traditions have been around for thousands and thousands of years is amazing to see that a lot of those traditions are still being upheld. And it's, you know, even in Japan, one of the greatest things that you do there is to bow, because it's a sign of respect, you know, and it's just amazing to see something that's that small has transcended generations and thousands of years. And when you see that, you understand why these cultures thrive. That plus, there's so many beautiful women over here, my God. Oh my God. How you doing? What's up? How you?
You're never going to find a brother on the Titanic.
No, you're not.
Nah. But if the ship was going down and Brian McKnight could save one instrument out of all that you play, which one would it be?
The guitar.
Why?
Because I can't carry a piano on my back.
True.
Not yet, anyway. I write on the guitar because I can write anywhere with a guitar. Right. And it allows me to be simple. Because I have a jazz background, a lot of times I get too crazy playing piano and trying to write. So if I have a guitar, I'll be okay.
All right. Could you finish the sentence for me? Okay. A very famous saying by Shakespeare. If music be the food of love,
then I'm gonna eat till I get really, really, really fat.
Holla back if you see him. All right, this is it.
What is this?
Asia Uncut. This is live with the man, the brother, the soul. It's just a little piano that we have.
I'm too fast for this machine. People actually play this thing? What's that? Oh, it's like a kick drum? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
This is 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your action, 3 times for your soul. It's Brian McKnight, baby.
I think your mom's real sexy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'd like to go out on a date with her.
If you'd only seen my mom.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Asia, the one and only Brian McKnight. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. There you go.
Our next guests are superhuman. They have climbed some of the highest mountains without oxygen. They've recently returned from a successful K2 expedition in the Himalayas. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a crazy shout out to high altitude mountaineers and polar explorers, Robert Goh and Edwin Siew. Hang the dog. Get the dog, buddy. Going back the dog. Bang away, Edwin. Come on up. Come on. It's easy. You can handle those mountains. You can handle this show and that gong. It's no problem at all. So you guys actually, you look quite... Yes?
When can I come back on to...
Hey, anytime. But we've got Rob and Edwin here. We're right in the middle of an interview, but I do appreciate your time and your effort and coming along here. And good luck clowning, buddy. Yeah, it's good. Thanks. Do you run across any of those when you're climbing the mountains?
Clowns?
Yeah. No?
Have you?
Would that be a first?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So when did it, how did this start?
We started about 10 years ago. I mean, we have been climbing for a while.
Are you guys partners? In the sense of climbing, together?
Okay.
How do you train? Do you kind of hold your breath in the bathtub for a while? Or what happens exactly?
Well, in Singapore, it's a little bit difficult to train for high altitude. So we do a lot of our physical training here in Singapore, climbing upstairs, running around the hills, Bukit Timah with packs on, the gym. And for the mountains, you really have to go to the Himalayas because that's where you get the really thin air and the low oxygen in the atmosphere.
But you must be strong and in shape to climb these mountains.
It all comes with training. I think we're no fitter than the triathletes and the people who run marathons and all that. No, you just got to train for it. I think you'll be all right.
How long, though, does it take to get climatized?
Well, usually for Himalayas, big mountains, we take about 2 months. It's just to climb up to various camps at different height. Then we come back down to base, rest it up for a few days, go back up again. So at the same time, we also do some stockpiling of putting gears in place. So once we are ready, then we will go to camp by camp.
So you have to take 2 months to actually go climb
2 months,
K2.
Yeah. That's
Is
right.
that how it works? And you recently came back from that expedition, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And tell me about it, because I am fascinated by this. You have to brave the elements. Was it scary? Have you come across any scary scenarios?
In fact, we were at Camp 2. It was a pretty bad day. The weather was bad, and we were on the way down. And I came off out of the tent with a bad tummy. I was thinking, standing there for about at least half an hour, doing nothing. Just say, should I go? Should I not? Should I go? Should I not? I said, well, maybe I can just hold it and back to base camp. Unfortunately, halfway through, I need to go. So.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Yeah, keep going, man. What happened?
60 to 70 degree gradient, bad storm, wiped out. He was on the way down, and I was looking for a place, to. Everything is on. I have within minutes to do it. So it was a critical decision-making process. So I have to do it.
It typically is.
The moment I get it out.
Yeah. The moment his butt was out, I took a photograph of it.
Wow.
In the
So we
wind
have,
and the
we have
snow.
proof.
Wow, man, yeah.
I tell you what are partners for, huh? If you can't document something like that, that's the proof you need. What happens when you're up there, 8,000 meters?
In fact, anything above 8,000, what we call the death zone, and your body will start to deteriorate.
The
or
death
die.
zone? Is that what you call
the
it?
death zone.
Death zone because nothing survives above 8,000 meters, even with food and water. So your body will be very sluggish, and your thinking process and your decision-making process will be a lot slower. So you basically retard a little bit.
How many peaks are actually that high, above 8,000?
There's total of 14 8,000 meter peak around the world.
There are 14.
Yeah.
And is your plan to conquer all of them?
We have this plan, but we have got no money. That's a problem.
All right.
Every time we have great dreams, sponsorship is not very forthcoming.
No?
So, yeah.
You need sponsors to make these things happen, is that right?
Yes.
Pledge sponsorship. These guys need to afford oxygen. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with Asia Uncut.
Asia Uncut, brought to you by Electronic Arts and Crown Relocations.